Our definitive strings library has landed. It's taken a year of preparation of us feeling truly ready to bring this out to the world. I'm a media composer, my name's Christian Henson, and I've been doing this for 25 years. That is writing music for film, television, computer games, but also I've been making sample libraries for about 17 years. And this library is everything that has annoyed me over the last 25 years, everything I've always wanted, all of the what ifs and yets distilled into a self-contained package which will enable you to do entire string arrangements, string scores, string accompaniments, whatever takes your fancy will be covered by this prescription for strings, which is a small band with samples. Everything sounds enormous, so we went as small as we could so you could really hear the individuals. I'm really interested not in tolerant intonation, in perfect timing. What I'm interested in is capturing performances, and it's almost like switching the order around of how we work as composers. We've captured a performance that then will be incorporated into your compositions. This is just a very quick overview, linked in the video description down below, or if indeed you've come to us from the Crow Hill website, further down the page is a deep dive. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what's in this package. If you go to the menu at the top here, we've got various presets. You'll be able to save your own just here. And if we go to selects, there's basically a few different mixes. The Hollywood mix is big, wide. Media mix is my preferred sound. So it has that beautiful width. That gets you clear of the dialogue but isn't too washy. You can still hear the individuals. Hollywood mix is a little bit sploshier. And then we have mixes like the insane outer space mix, which takes things to the extreme. Basically, they're just different combinations of these microphone positions and the various different processing that we've put into the plugin. There's also a really gorgeous honest mix for those of you who maybe are looking for something to accompany a voice on maybe a pop track or something like that. So let's go to honest. And basically what these presets are collections of articulations which you can see are loaded into the articulation bay here. I've separated them off into longs, shorts, plucks because I like to affect those slightly differently. So let's have a look at some of my media shorts. We've got a spiccato that will literally rip your face off. So for me, I've got just a little bit less reverb there, slight different mixture of the microphones there. But not all of the shorts are face melters. We've got these beautiful feathered. And if you look at the deep dive, I'll show you how to combine the marcato, which is a sharp attack with a slow decay. How to use things like tenuto combined with long strings to really articulate your melodies and your accompaniments. We've also got your plucks. The section is a quintet, but what we've done is that the bass is actually an overdub, so it's an extra that you can add as you please. And if we just click on this here, you'll suddenly hear the difference. So. You can adjust the mix of that. So we've got longs patches like this. It's a pre-bow, so you can hear them rebowing, gives you all of that natural flavour. But if we add in the bass, it suddenly goes from something impassioned to something slightly more ominous. Stuff like beautiful saltasto, and harmonics. So for me, this is going to become my go-to string library. I can just see how it represents my aesthetic. I think that we're moving towards a world where humanity and reality is really, really crucial and important. And it's so important that we get to represent that humanity, even if all we can use are samples. But the real Crow Hill magic occurs when we go into our gestures. And this is what will take your string writing into a different league. A totally new set of basically, we call them gestures, but they're like cells. They're parts of performances that this quintet have played to give you that all-important human factor. So let me starting with beautiful. We're in the key of C, but I'm actually working in the mode of D Dorian. There's a link below to working with modes. We've got a blag sheet which will guide you through those as well, but just check these out. You'll notice I'm not doing anything. These have been arranged by myself, and I've purposely curated them so that they loop in different phases. So no matter how long you play, things are constantly evolving. This one, Angels, is a saltasto technique, which is totally beguiling. Purposely let it just sit. The idea is if you're wanting to hold people's attention, these are a totally, completely new set of gestures for users of string murmurations and our small string gestures, but also a development and something I'm really excited about. Movements, motors, rhythmic stuff. Follows your door tempo, will slow up, speed down without any clicks or glitches. If we go and double click here, we get to basically load a new articulation into the articulation pot. Let's go Maxism. So it works really well as a very soft kind of something really delicate and lacy, or something a little bit more, I don't know, police procedural. How I wish I had this when I was doing the Poirot scores. Just a very quick overview of the processing. I'll let the deep dive do the meat and taters, but basically we have a huge selection of gestures, longs, shorts, plucks, plus the bass overdubs. And if you want to go mental, we've also got these great reverb options like Glisten. Granular reverb. Stunning. Just for anyone who's wondering, I'm using a Ghost Note Audio fader controller, and basically am controlling a mixture of timbre and expression. If I switch to the longs, Hollywood longs, hear the effect of that. So expression is basically a gain stage. I use this to balance the section against the other sections that I'm composing with. And then this is timbre, which is, it's basically your dynamic layers where things will get more intense, brighter, the louder they play. And the two combined gives you that all-important dynamic light and shade. Last thing I'm going to leave you with, just to tickle your appetites for the deep dive, is we've got this thing called glass, which is, it may on appearances feel like an EQ or a filter. It isn't. This is way cleverer than that. This basically is a per note fundamental management tool where basically you can boost or reduce the fundamentals. The fundamentals are the note that gives it the note, whether it be a C or an F. So let's just have a listen to, let's reduce the gain. Yeah, suddenly it's sounding a little bit crisper. That's because the ooh, that tone is being reduced. I'll boost it now. The amount is the upper fundamentals, so the lower that is, the more of a, the higher it is, the more it'll boost or reduce the, basically the steps above, the different octaves that you get within the harmonic series. So you can know it as well, or not. And the shape is kind of like an EQ cue. It's basically how much of the fundamental notes it hones in on and how much of the surrounding areas it cuts or boosts. It's an amazing addition to our arsenal, which I will explain more in the deep dive down below. It's all to do with samples and frequency peaking and stuff like that. But it's an easy hands-on way for you to create the sound that you're looking for, but also balance your strings within the mix, whether that be against your other instruments or indeed dialogue. For more information, click on the links down below, and as I said, there is also a deep dive. If there are any questions that you have, do put them in the comments down below. We do read them, and if I can help, I will answer them. Thanks for watching to the end, and yeah, glass strings. I am emotional because for me it's like getting back in the saddle with my workhorse strings, but something based on everything I've been moaning about for the last 25 years. One of those, much appreciated. Do subscribe if you haven't done already, and ding the bell to be notified the next time we put up a video. See you soon.